And welcome back to Leading Edge. Once again, I'm Tim Miller in for Jerry Anderson this week. It is Women's History Month. And while we want to celebrate women every day, and especially what they have done to make this country so great, this is a special month to do so. And I want to bring in Rebecca Stanwick from the Toledo-Lucas County Public Library. They have gone all out this month with displays and exhibits to kind of make this come alive. Rebecca, thanks for joining us. What a great month to celebrate women, although we do say it should be every day, right?
It should definitely be every single day.
And there are a lot of things going on. When I think of women in history, you think about how strong they were during World War II. We know there are some exhibits at the library for that. What are some of the things that we have going on that the people can walk in and learn more about it? Because I don't think we get enough history in our school classes anymore.
No, especially not about women and what they have accomplished throughout not just our history as a country, but before we were a country and in different countries. We leave women kind of in the background a lot of times, especially when it comes to war, I think, because it is such a forward facing masculine type thing with war. But women during World War II especially took on a lot. They took on manufacturing. They took on not only still caring for their children at home, but a lot of the jobs to make the things men needed to be successful in the war. And so we have a great exhibit
at the library, right? You'll see some of those exhibits and be able to read about them.
Yep. So we've got the American Woman in World War II. That's our exhibit that we have out in the fact and fiction area right in front of the Stein Sisters collection. That has 3 sections, with one of them being a local impact section. So how did women in Toledo affect what was going on in the war as well? So that is up through the summer. So you have plenty of time to come see that. And we also have a digital part of that exhibit. So what we have on the floor is only about 30% of the material we have. So even if you do come downtown and see the physical exhibit, we very much so recommend that you also visit the digital exhibit any time of the day. At 2 o'clock in the morning, you can get on and see the digital exhibit whenever you have a free moment.
And tell me, Rebecca, about these walking podcast tours. You're going to go through different neighborhoods to show some of the women locally that really made a difference in our history. Those sound
yes, we have
really
a 4-part podcast. Yeah, we have a 4-part podcast. There is called Women in Toledo. So it's 4 parts. Each part is about 10-minute episodes. So they're not super long. So you can either listen to them like as you're jogging, biking, walking, driving. They're not really a long thing. And then each one takes you through. One is the Old West End and West End episode. We have a downtown and downtown adjacent neighborhood episode. Then we have an East Side and a South Side episode. And it takes you to about 10 to 15 women who lived and worked in that area and made an impact in that area.
And you also have to-go kits for the kids. You know, maybe people don't want to come in as much as they used to until things get a little bit better pandemic-wise, but you want the kids to learn about women in history too.
Yeah, we've got, so the library started doing activities to go kits towards the beginning of the pandemic to still give kids those craft STEM activities that they would have gotten in our programs and in our story times. So we have these great kits, and we have one for Women's History Month. They're for grades K through 5. And basically we highlight women in history. We pick out 3 or 4 women that we thought were fun. So we've got an Amelia Earhart and a Bessie Coleman one, and you make an airplane or something like that. We've got a Ruth Bader Ginsburg, and you make a collar, her descent collar that she always wore. So it's just crafts and art. And then within that are book lists and information about that particular woman that you can learn about with your child.
And how do you get those to-go kits? Do you pick them up at any of the branches or the main library?
Yep, they're available at all branches. You can take as many as you want. You can take some for your friends and give them away. They're available for you to go. You don't even have to come into the library. A lot of them are right by their grab and go pickup locations that are in the lobbies of a lot of our locations, and you can just take them and go.
And we have about 30 seconds, but I think we have the first woman vice president right now with Kamala Harris. Do you want to see girls come in and learn what they can do as well?
I do. I want them to know that they can do anything, that their gender does not matter. They can be a woman in any aspect of their life, and it does not matter. They can do whatever it is they want to do.
And as a father of a daughter, I certainly agree with you. I want her to reach for the skies as much as she wants. Well, Rebecca Stanwick from the Toledo-Lucas County Public Library, we thank you for joining us. get out to your library and find out more about Women's History Month. Thanks, Rebecca. We appreciate you being here.
No problem.
We'll be
Have a
right
good
back
day.
here on Leading Edge.